Yo, what's good, y'all? We back talking about more NBA basketball. And in this video, we're going to be discussing what is probably the most underrated young core in the NBA this season. And if you see the thumbnail, obviously, when you clicked on the video, the young core I'm talking about is the Golden State Warriors young core. Now, the inspiration behind this video was the fact that just 2 nights ago, the Warriors played a top Eastern Conference team in the Miami Heat, winning there without Steph Curry, without Klay Thompson, and without Draymond Green, and still won, led by the young guys. And it's crazy to think about the fact that the Warriors are the team that would have probably one of the most underrated young cores because of the fact that they've been so good for almost a full decade. They haven't had lottery pick after lottery pick. They haven't even had mid-first round picks like that. They've had late first round picks a lot of the time. But the drafting they've done in the past 4 years has been excellent and is the reason that even after the Curry days are over, that the Golden State Warriors still have a chance to compete at a high level. So you may be asking, who is in the Golden State Warriors young core? Obviously, we're going to name those players right now. Jordan Poole, who has been having a great season so far, averaging 18 points per game. And in the games Steph Curry has not played in, he's shown that he can step up and be the top guy, as he's averaging 26 points per game in the games that Steph Curry has been out on efficient shooting splits. And to be honest, it's crazy that he's the best one out of all of them because he's probably the most surprising one, considering that he wasn't a lottery pick and was chosen in 2019 in the late first round. His all-around game has gotten so much better compared to when he was a rookie, and I think that's just the result of what happens when you learn from guys like Steph, who has the championship DNA and is one of the greatest players of all time. You learn from those guys and you get better, and that's what's happened with Jordan Poole. Then you also got the rookies on the team, the guys that were drafted this past draft. Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, who were both selected in the lottery by the Warriors, and they had 2 lottery picks because of the Andrew Wiggins trade, and Minnesota's pick was one of them. And they benefited. The Warriors have actually really benefited from those years that they sucked. Those only not even sucked, because they sucked for 1 year, and then last season they were just an average team. But they benefited from that. They drafted Kuminga with the 7th pick in the draft. To be honest, I even think he was kind of a steal even at 7. I think he has a chance to be really good with his potential. In the past 20 games, Jonathan Kuminga has averaged 14 points per game, plays great defense, and has elite athleticism that can make him a problem real soon for the league. And Moses Moody, who was selected at 14, he's shown potential as well. He has a 30-point game under his belt. He has a few other good games under his belt as well. But he just needs more consistent playing time. He's too much on a weird playing time type of rotation. But I understand, because it's kind of hard to find minutes for a guy like him because Golden State is such a deep team. But not only are these guys a big part of the core, it's not just them. We're forgetting that the Warriors in the 2020 draft had the number 2 pick in that draft and selected big man James Wiseman, who averaged 12 points per game in his rookie season on 51% shooting and showed a lot of potential to be an elite big. His skill set is not like any other big. He's got skills. So he can be a star as well, but I think the only problem right now for him is he can't stay on the court because he's been hurt since last season, and he still hasn't returned this season, and even suffered another setback this past weekend in his knee recovery. He did play in, I think, a couple G League games, and he did pretty well, but it sucks that he suffered another setback. So I don't know when we'll see him, but he definitely has potential to be the best one out of all of them, or at least the second best one out of all of them. And if he can return soon and show he's worthy of being a part of that future, then that adds another potential good young player to what's already a pretty solid young core. The Warriors got something special. It's just crazy. It's crazy to think about because they're so good because of their veteran play. But you think about this, they got the perfect mix of vets and young guys on the team, and they can still go out there and win a title. They definitely still can. Now, the crazy thing about this young core is the fact that in the next 5 years, when Steph Curry's older, the Warriors are still going to be in there, because I think Jordan Poole can still take it another level. And I think Jonathan Kuminga could take it another level as well. Moses Moody, we need to see a little bit more of, like I said, but I think obviously, like I said before, he got potential. James Wiseman, I think, can be a really good player when healthy. I said this even when he got drafted. I like his potential a lot. And it's just crazy to think about because I didn't know the Warriors, I didn't even know the Warriors really had all these good young talent until you look at the roster and you see the nights like the Miami game where they're missing all their guys or their guys are on rest and they go out there and they still compete. They still go out there and compete with those young players. But there's low-key a flip side to this, and I wouldn't do this if I was Golden State, and I wouldn't like this if I was a Warriors fan, but with all these young players, right, you would have to think that outside of probably Jordan Poole, if Golden State wanted to make a trade for a star player, all these guys are trade pieces. Probably, like I said, besides Jordan Poole, I think the Warriors would probably want to keep on and hold on to him, but I think everybody else is a trade piece potentially too, to add that fourth star and make another super team in Golden State in the near future, because time is ticking with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green all being, in their 30s. Time is ticking, and if they could add that fourth star and make it even, make a bigger push for another title, they might try to do that. But I want to see what they're going to do because I really like their young talent. But there's also, like I said, you realize that there's another side to it, that maybe all those young guys don't stay on the Warriors for long. But I just want to make this video because I just didn't really realize it until I sat there and doing research for this video, and I sat there and I saw the box score and I was like, wow, Jordan Poole had 30 plus points and Jonathan Kuminga put up like 22 points, something like that. And they won against the top team in the league with none of their stars playing. I was like, that's an impressive team, and that's a lot of promise for the future down there in Golden State. Anyways, that's going to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Link will be down in the description below. This has been the Checkup, where we talk hoops and hoops only. And I'll see y'all in the next video in the next week. Peace.